Try it again.
Alexa!
When we were growing up, my dad used to say, keep it simple. And I guess I've really taken that to heart in a lot of things. One of my favorite meals is just fresh sliced garden tomatoes with salt and pepper on them. One of my favorite albums is MTV Unplugged by Nirvana. I love folk art and primitive furniture. I like things that are just kind of pure and simple and real. Even though I'm a photographer, I don't really like Photoshop and try to use it minimally. I really am not a fan of imagery that's highly manipulated or reflects things that didn't really happen or weren't really there. I want to know what happened. I want to know the story. And that's one of the reasons I became a therapist. After providing psychotherapy for 17 years now, I see so many common problems that we all struggle with. Feeling lonely, having our dreams of what we thought our life was going to be like dashed, having to deal with failure and disappointment and not being the person we thought we were going to be. And I've found that over the years, one of the biggest life lessons I've had to learn is to let go of that and try to focus on what is good and what is right and what did turn out. And in doing so, I find that we have to notice little things and be grateful for these small moments of joy, these little pockets of pleasure that we have, that life actually presents to us all the time. But a lot of times we're just so depressed or anxious or living in our mind instead of in the world around us that we don't even notice these things. And so that's what this video is about, noticing the little things.
On the campus of Berkeley today, and some folks are just dancing. It's pretty cool. Beautiful day.
To create this project, which I hope will help people see how to notice the now and be present. Although some of you might say you weren't present, you were making a video. But research shows us that when we see images from an emotionally laden event, it will spark those feelings in us again if we replay it. And the imagery helps us get to that place. I found this to be true as I was working on the project. Things that made me laugh back then still made me laugh. Things that made me happy back then still made me happy to see it again.
Up or down? Which one was that? Up? Oh God! Why don't you do it one at a time? Whoa! 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 Hey! 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 Ah! Ah!
Is it vibrating?
It's like I have a cell phone strapped to my neck.
Is it vibrating?
Yeah. Hey! Whoa! Hey! 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 Ah! Ah! Ah!
Other themes involved connecting to nature, noticing the beautiful, amazing world that's around us, and connecting to animals, whether they be pets or farm animals or those you just come across in your travels.
What is it, buddy? Look at all the beauty right in my backyard.
I often tell my patients that dwelling in the past makes you depressed, and ruminating about the future makes you anxious. So the only place where we can find some kind of joy is right now. And that involves noticing what's right before your eyes. One day I was taking a walk along a nature trail, and ahead of me was a mom on her phone and a little girl about 3 years old. And the girl was walking on the path, and she was so excited because she was noticing all kinds of beautiful things, ladybugs and plants and flowers. And she was trying her hardest to point these out to her mom, but her mom was just on her phone. And I thought, gosh, that girl has so much to teach her mother. What made that little girl such a good role model is that she was noticing that which was right before her eyes, and she was soaking it all in. And I noticed that this was one of the themes in these videos I shot. Other themes were traveling, moving, experiencing new things, making connections with art, with music, with community, embracing special moments with family, with friends, or having yummy food or good wine, dancing, singing, moving. It's all about moving. We have to keep moving.
I'm going to a Buddhist temple on New Year's. I love it.
I don't pay no union dues or old stogies I have.
No criticism. I look more right than Lutheranism. That's all that I'm causing a sensation. Okay, ladies, let's get in reformation. You.
Traveling and moving involves embracing change, and so many people are scared to do that. So many people are more willing to stay miserable and discontented than to take small risks that might change their world. I know that change is scary and it can bring up a lot of anxiety, but that doesn't mean you can't move through it. Because probably you're already there, you're already anxious. And if we're anxious and we're just moving through a black hole, that feels really hopeless. But if we're anxious and we can see the light at the tunnel, that's pretty exciting.